All right, for writing for this Thoughtful Thursday, we are going to be focusing on revising and editing your writing. Well, you might not remember it, but what does revising and editing mean? Well, after you finish writing, remember to check your work for clarity, spelling, and grammar. So here's a checklist that similar to the one that we would use in the classroom. Clarity means, does each sentence make sense? So clarity means, is it clear to the reader what you're trying to say, and does it make sense to them? We are also going to be checking for spelling, and I'm going to show you a few tricks on the computer to use for that. Next, we're going to look at grammar, which is, did I start each sentence with a capital letter? And did I end each sentence with a period, question mark, or exclamation mark? So let's look at the next page. Again, remember that after you finish writing, remember to check your work for clarity, spelling, and grammar. I'm going to be using this checklist as I read this. The direction says, read the paragraph Mr. Sanchez wrote. Change it for clarity, spelling, and grammar. And I can use this checklist to help me out. So as I start reading, I immediately notice that I did not start with a capital letter. There we go. The Jeffries cat is a wild cat that live in the pampas. Now, when I read that, something didn't sound right. The Jeffries cat is a wild cat that live. That doesn't sound right. It should be a wild cat that lives in the pampas. Unlike house, I noticed that this idea doesn't have a period at the end, so I'm going to put a period there. The Jeffries cat is a wild cat that lives in the pampas, period. Unlike house cats, now I'm going to look for spelling. When we're typing on the computer is really good at catching our spelling mistakes. I was trying to write the word house. House. Whenever I spell something wrong on the computer and it has spell check, the computer is going to tell me with this little red line. I'm going to two finger click on this, and it's going to tell me, did you mean house? Yes, I meant house. So, unlike house cats, um, I fixed house by noticing a red line under it, and you can already see there's some other red lines. Let's keep on reading. Unlike house cats, Jeffrey's cats are great swimmers. Uh-oh, I didn't spell swimmers right. So I'm going to put swimmers. They hunt and eat lizards, rodents, frogs, and fish. I see a couple things here that need to be fixed. First, I always need to start my sentence with a capital letter, and I always need to finish it with a period, question mark, or exclamation mark. I'm going to use a period here. I also noticed that I didn't spell lizards right. So again, I'm going to two finger click on this, and I'm going to go up to the top, and it says, did you mean lizards? Yes, I meant lizards. So again, our focus was, after I'm done writing, I'm going to check my work for clarity, spelling, and grammar. Today, you're going to be looking at something I wrote, and I want you to use this checklist and make sure that it makes sense. All the spelling mistakes are fixed. I start with capital letters, and I end my sentences correctly.